Does it ever feel like everything just hurts since you hit perimenopause? Your knees, your hips, even your feet. One of my clients asked me, should I stop going barefoot because my feet ache so much? Another said, I gave up on my favorite long walks. I just want to go around the block without pain. And here's the truth. This pain is not in your head, and it's not just getting older. The pain is one of the first signs that the hormones are shifting, but not shifting smoothly. And today, I'm going to show you exactly why it happens, and most importantly, what you can do about it. Because get pain relief, enjoy perimenopause, that's the plan. Like, why not? Am I right? Okay. So the puzzle is like, when some women hit perimenopause, the hot flashes are getting all the attention, but honestly, the sneakier symptom is body pain. And it turns out that like over 70% of women probably have this. Joints, muscles, tendons, aches that seem to pop up overnight. And here's a kicker. Even women who've never had chronic pain suddenly flare up with things like arthritis, tendinitis, fasciitis, or fibromyalgia. You go to the doctor, they run scans, and everything looks fine, but you still hurt. So why? And what the heck are you supposed to do? Well, what happens is the chemistry changes before the x-rays do. So we need to break down what's driving the pain. Let me break it down in plain English. A few things shift all at once in perimenopause, and together they crank up inflammation and pain signals. Number one, estrogen drops. Now, estrogen is like your body's built-in anti-inflammatory. When it dips, the volume on pain and stiffness gets turned up. Number two, blood sugar roller coaster. Okay, spikes and crashes pour gasoline on the fire of inflammation. Steady blood sugar calms down the pain. Number three, the gut gets leaky. When your gut lining weakens, little irritants sneak into the bloodstream. The immune system freaks out and the inflammation and pain follow. Number four, autoimmune flares. Menopause is the window when conditions like rheumatoid arthritis can pop up. So for some women, it can explain why the women can be extreme, why it can be random, why it can be in all kinds of different places. And number five, this is the only one not as directly tied to inflammation, but I just want to mention weight shift, because even a few extra pounds add pressure to joints. Now, if the joints are already inflamed, that's when it starts to cause an issue. Okay, so we need to be very clear on a few things that are not true if we want to figure out what we can actually do about this that's going to make a difference. So the first myth that I want to just get rid of is it's just aging, okay, because it's not. Research shows that the spikes in pain and inflammation line up with hormonal drops and hormonal changes, not birthdays, okay? The second myth is that HRT or menopausal hormone therapy is going to fix it all, okay? Here's the thing. Sometimes HRT helps, sometimes it doesn't, and sometimes it even makes joint issues worse. That's why I never count on HRT alone, okay? If you calm blood sugar, you improve gut health, you get rid of the sources of inflammation inside the body, you're going to feel better no matter what. That stuff is foundational if you want to stay pain-free. Then on top of that, HRT, if it's the right fit for you, can work better and faster and actually be some help. Myth three, that because I hear this a lot, it's something that I'm eating, and it's probably meat. Okay. In my clinic, meat is rarely the problem. The usual suspects in your diet are more likely to be inflammatory foods like gluten, dairy, nightshades that cause a problem in the gut. So that's why I always recommend running a short food test instead of just guessing or cutting foods out forever. Okay. So let's talk about an action plan. What do you do to actually feel better? I want to give you kind of the starter kit that I use with my clients. Okay. So step one is going to be balanced blood sugar. Build meals around protein, add in fiber and healthy fat. That's how you build a meal. And when you go to eat, look at it and make sure you don't have any naked carbs, right? Always pair those carbohydrates, the sugar, the flour, those sweeter things, pair them with fat and fiber. Okay. Eat at steady times throughout the day is great as well. Step 2 would be do a little bit of like a pain clarity food test to see if foods that you're eating are actually causing pain, not just cutting things out across the board. For 2 or 3 weeks, 14 days minimum, take out gluten, dairy, nightshades, or do something like the Whole30. And then add those back in one at a time and track what happens. Okay. Step 3, think of movement like a kind of medicine. Strength train 2 to 3 times a week. Walk every day. Add 5 minutes of stretching or mobility. And maybe, if it feels good, a light-weighted vest for bone and joint support, if it feels good to you. Another one is I want you to guard your sleep. Now, if you just can't sleep, that happens. Get in touch with me. We got to fix it. You have to find a way to get good quality sleep. There's no way you're going to have the best health or the least pain without that, okay? When progesterone drops, your stress buffer goes with it. Sleep can get harder. Dim the lights, ditch the phone, do all the things, the good bedtime habits. But if it's not enough, get the help you need to start sleeping again. Prioritize it. Make sure that it's happening. Get those 7 to 9 hours. Step 5, always from here on out, love your gut. Okay, slow down at meals. Chew your food really well. Focus on whole foods. Some especially gut healing foods are going to be your cooked vegetables, your bone broth, collagen if you tolerate it. And just remember, a calmer gut means a calmer immune system and a heck of a lot less pain. And step 6, there's lots of things you can do like acupuncture, like massage, like essential oils and Epsom salts bath. You can have a whole pain relieving protocol, and it's great to do to get relief. But remember, these are like surface fixes without getting to the sources of inflammation. It's going to be a lot of work with relatively minimal results. And there's one more thing I need to cover, and that is what's at stake long term. Okay, here's why you want to deal with this now. Okay, deal with the pain now, get rid of it. Don't tough it out, because the pain, if pain is high, it means inflammation is high. And if you're keeping the pain, the inflammation is staying high. And that's just setting the stage for arthritis and osteoporosis. Arthritis means the joints are wearing down faster. Osteoporosis means weaker bones and a higher risk of fractures. And almost certainly if you have those, you're losing muscle mass as well. So the good news is that the same steps that are going to calm the pain now are going to protect you in the future. Okay. The steady, balanced blood sugar, the balanced meals, the good sleep, the strength training, the gut support. They're the same things that help now and support your joints and bones long term. Now, some experts will say it's just hormones and HRT will fix it. Yes, hormones matter and they matter a lot. But if you don't take care of your blood sugar or your gut health, HRT cannot do all that work. Okay, and that stuff is foundational for good health and pain relief. Some other experts will say it's just aging and you have to kind of deal with it. And I am here to say, no, pain is not inevitable. When you address the root causes, you can go through menopause and all the hormonal changes thereof and watch the years go by on the clock, and you don't have to be in pain. When you address root causes, your body calms down. Now, some experts will say, cut out all carbs, but any kind of extremes can backfire in so many different ways. So if you have some particular extreme you really want to try, send me a message and I can talk to you about it. But I find that the middle way often works the best. The goal isn't 0 carbs, it's just a healthy gut and steady blood sugar. Okay, so remember what's important and why you're doing it, and is it really serving that purpose? Let me share a really quick client story. One of my clients, I'm just going to call her Anna for this. She was about 49 and she didn't have a history of pain, but suddenly she felt like every time she got up in the morning, put her feet on the floor, she had this terrible pain in the bottoms of her feet, and she was starting to have a lot of knee pain as well, especially after exercise. She'd exercise a lot thinking this is so healthy, and then she could hardly walk the next day. So she's eating well, she's exercising, she's living so healthy. Why was it hurting so much? Okay, but here was the key. In addition to balancing blood sugar, improving gut health, and giving her some hormonal support, What we found was that she had inflammation pouring in from unhealthy cells in her body that her body wasn't able to clean up. Her body wasn't able to restore those cells to health or get rid of them completely. They were just kind of hanging around in limbo. And those cells were leaking out inflammation into her whole body. It's kind of like when iron gets rusty and it pollutes everything around it. It's a lot like that. It's a kind of oxidative stress. Well, once we helped her body clean up those unhealthy cells and stop making more of them, the inflammation went down in a way that felt almost magical. Her mornings got easier. Her workouts became fun again. Her pain wasn't running the show anymore. Okay. And here's the truth. The fixes that I've been sharing, the Epsom salts, the essential oils, eating for balanced blood sugar, they're powerful and they really, really help. But they're not the whole picture. And I'd feel wrong sending you off without telling you. Because if your hormones aren't shifting smoothly, you need more than Band-Aids. And I want to show you where the real relief comes in, okay? And that's why I created a 90-minute masterclass just for women in perimenopause and menopause. In it, I go a lot deeper. I show you the biggest missing piece that nobody talks about, and I show you how to fix the root causes, the blood sugar chaos, the leaky gut, the inflammation that can be coming from the cells, while also supporting your hormones at the same time. Okay, it's really all the pieces put together. Because when you heal what broke, the smooth shift of hormones, and you get those hormones shifting smoothly, just the way your body originally had planned, everything changes. The pain calms, the energy comes back, sleep gets easier, and finally you really feel like yourself again. Okay, so when you're tired of patching symptoms and you want the whole plan step by step, come and join my 90-minute masterclass. It's normally cost a little money to join, but I am having a special where it's free right now. So grab a seat. Don't miss this. It's eye-opening. It's going to make you look at menopause in a completely new way. Okay, so grab that ticket over at makingmenopauseeasy.com and I'll see you inside. Let's get you back on track. So I'm Dana Lavoie, the founder of Making Menopause Easy. I hope this was helpful. I hope you got some great gems. I have a PDF below to help you get started with those quick fixes. And when you're ready for more, I would love to see you live on that masterclass.